Hello everyone, thank you for visiting my YouTube channels. My goal is to wake you up, to make you aware how Jehovah Witnesses is an evil cult. The ones that makes this claim is the ones is awake, have done their research, and went through all the publications, or most of the publications, and they found out the lies, what the Watchtower used to teach. Today, I recorded a talk. It's how the Watchtower use mind control to make Jehovah's Witnesses do what they want. For example, they use the man called Jonah. We know Jonah, he disobeyed God by not going to that city and warn them that God was going to destroy them if they didn't turn their lives around and become good. But how did the Watchtower use this information from this one man to make Jehovah's Witnesses to feel guilty if they didn't go door to door, by fear that God could punish them if they refused to knock on doors, call people on the telephones, harass them, and different other ways. So let's go from there and go into the talk.
Pursuits and idolatrous as well. So now Jonah comes along and he's this dove-like personality, but he's out there doing Jehovah's work nonetheless. And he comes and he tells these people, look, Jehovah is going to bring destruction on you if you don't listen. And you can just hear them saying, oh, Jonah, why don't you just go away and go do that somewhere else? So it was a tough assignment. People weren't paying much attention to him. So when Jehovah said, get up, go to Nineveh, you might have thought, well, hey, a change of assignment, that sounds like a good plan. But he ran away. Was it because he was a coward? Well, some think so. Or was it just that Jonah forgot something? Did he forget something? Yeah, he did. You know what he forgot? Well, he forgot what it says in Hebrews chapter 13. Keep your finger in Jonah because we're going to come back there. But turn to Hebrews chapter 13. And let's look together at verse 20 and 21. It says, now may the God of peace, who brought up from the dead the great shepherd of the sheep with the blood of an everlasting covenant, our Lord Jesus, equip you with every good thing to do his will. So isn't that interesting? What did Jonah forget? Well, he forgot that when Jehovah gives us an assignment, he never abandons us to it. He doesn't just leave us alone and say, okay, there it is, go do it. But he supplies us what we need to accomplish it, whether it's his spirit or whether it's the skills needed in order to do that. And see, Jonah wasn't so much a coward as he just forgot. This assignment kind of scared him a bit, and maybe it's because of what Nineveh represented. Did you know that Nineveh was called the city of bloodshed? So that might have been part of it. Might have got him scared a bit, because I guess in Nineveh, if they didn't like you, they might cut off your fingers or gouge out your eyes, just to let you know that they weren't happy with you. Very, very violent and aggressive people. So that may have had something to do with it. But nonetheless, he forgot that Jehovah was giving him an assignment and would help him to carry it through. But you know, Jonah running away was not typical of the kind of person that he was. If you look again down to verse 7 of chapter 1, look at what a very brave thing to do. Jonah would... Does that make you feel a little better about being compared to him? Yeah. And you know, today, Jehovah too has helped us. He's told us to get up and go to Nineveh, you might say. You know, he said, get up, go out, talk to people in the street, go to the business places, use the telephone, find the different ways to get in touch with people. And you know, we might be saying, well, what if they cut off my fingers or gouge out my eyes? Well, of course, we know they won't do that. But we sometimes fear these new areas that we haven't gone into or haven't become as familiar with yet as we should. But you know, just like Jonah, sometimes we just forget, don't we? That Jehovah said that he would equip us with every good thing to do his will. And that means that he won't never give us an assignment and simply abandon us to it, but he'll help us to be able to accomplish that. And so there's a number of things this week that we want to try to accomplish and to continue to accomplish into the future. For example, when it comes to being courageous and spending time in the ministry, do you know when the most productive time for the ministry is on Saturday? Do you know when it is? About 11:30 to 1:30 on Saturday. Working through the lunch period. That's the most productive time. And, you know, many of us yet probably haven't got much involved in telephone witnessing. Are you able to talk to people on the street yet? Do you feel comfortable with that? You see, remember, Jehovah equips us with every good thing to do his will. One sister said, you know, I'm really a very shy, reserved person. In fact, I find it most difficult to speak up about the truth when the opportunity arises. Oh, I was encouraged to try other avenues of service. I knew I had to try, so I prayed to Jehovah about my concerns and decided to get on with it. But I was still nervous and continued to hold back, and this bothered my conscience. So, one day, on a bus, she smiled at a lady beside her and started a conversation. She never talked to her about the truth that day, but the next day, she saw her again and placed a track with her. Now she was underway. So a week later, she comes back, she finds the lady at the bus stop again. The lady says, well, where are you going? And the sister says, well, I'm going on a Bible study. And wouldn't you believe it? She says, could I go? And she did. And the Bible study was started with her too. So the sister was happy that she took the opportunity to talk to her. You know, a sister recently approached me to make arrangements for field service, and because she's a newer publisher, I asked her how she was doing with her ministry, and she said, you know, not so good. And I said, why? She said, well, you know, I'm more nervous now than I was when I started. Well, how come? She says, well, I think I figured it out. The other day, some sisters invited me to do telephone witnessing. You know, we talked to so many people, and when we were all done, I felt so good. I realized that when I go out in service, I hardly get to talk to people. So I know the secret. I need to talk to people. And so Jehovah seems to know what we need. You see, he knows in order to fulfill what he wants to accomplish, we have to talk to people on the streets, and we have to talk to people by telephone, and we have to call at their business places. It's almost like Jehovah knew what he was doing. But you know...
Okay, let's start from there. This is Watchtower talking. Calling people on the job. Calling people's home. Going door to door. People, this is what the Watchtower is making Jehovah's Witnesses to do. To bring in more people into this cult. Bring in more people into this lying religion that calls themselves the true religion. You have to realize one thing. Those 7 men that runs the whole nutshell of this religion, all they care about is making money. All they care about how to spend your money in all different things. And that's the reason why they want more people into this religion. They're pulling people out of one false religion and bringing them into another religion or a new religion. This is why Satan loves different religions. He has them all set up to fool people, making one religion better than the other one, and the other one offers more than another religion. Or you got a religion that is above of all religions, that has everything that you could imagine that will make you happy, but not realizing you are still in Satan's organization. You're still worshiping Satan, and you still pray to Satan. Because when men says they are representatives of God, and they have so many lies, deceits, dishonest, and you find all these things out, my question is, why are you still there? Why are you sitting there? I remember a guy one time, he told me he goes to church. He believes only half of what the preacher said. I looked at him. I said, if you only believe half of what he said, doesn't that mean there's something was wrong with that guy? And at the time, I thought I believed everything the Watchtower was teaching me. I thought everything they teach was the truth. But now, I found out different. They are no better than the Mormons, the Muslims, the Catholics, all the other religions. The Watchtower is out to make a name for themselves and deceiving Jehovah's Witnesses, trying to deceive your neighbors, your friends, your family to join this evil cult. People, you need to be aware of these evil men in this organization. You need to do research like I did and find the real truth. You don't need religion to serve God. You don't need religion to tell you when to wake up, when to brush your teeth, and all of that. Watchtower has controlled people from birth to their death. And those people wasted all their lives serving a God that does not exist, and not knowing all those years they were serving Satan the devil. It's time to wake up, people. Time to warn people about this evil organization. Thank you, and have a nice day.